Remy, you going for a ride?
Yes.
Says he's going to jump it and jump it smooth. See if he does it.
You joke around about it, doing like, yeah, I'll do an X Games run this run. It's sort of a trip actually now doing it. It's not something that I ever expected.
That's just like a classic Remy move, right? Yeah. Seriously. Anything important I go to do, he'll just stitch me up like that.
When I found out Dad was the first person I called, I mean, he's the one that got me into riding and has helped me through everything I've ever done. So it's pretty special being able to finally sort of share potentially the highest point to date with him. Pretty happy.
From 2.5, I think, he was off his trainer wheels. I didn't have any time for it, so either did he. And then he loved it. I mean, I never had to push him. Race BMX from 3.5. And probably at the age of about 5 to 6, we got a mountain bike to cross train on, which I thought was a better setup because I like being out in the bush. We were progressing at the same rate until he got to about 13. And then, I don't know what happened, they just went past me.
There was not a set deliverable, like I could actually build exactly what I wanted, and doing that growing up with Dad was pretty special, and I kind of felt like the right time to do it again without having anything else in mind. So I felt like, went back 15 years to when we used to build and ride together when I was sort of the age of 5 to 15.
First feature getting started today of the build. Pretty excited, been in here clearing for a few weeks now and finally got to the point to do some dirt work.
As he started taking me through where the features were going to be, I couldn't believe that anything could be put there. I spent probably 2 to 3 weeks clearing just weeds and scrub that you couldn't see through, and then when he wanted me to build the timber feature, the first big one, I wasn't really ready for that.
How many more have you got to make?
Another 2 of those, and then sort out the rails and everything, which is going to be a struggle.
I'd been putting them off because they were too gnarly just to build for an edit. It felt like I was saving them for something, and then when this come up, the dude was like, oh, it's a bit late notice, but would you be keen? And I was kind of like, yeah, I am keen, because I sort of knew that I had stuff ready and I knew what to build, and I knew that it was going to be a massive process to turn it around in that time frame. It's more of like a BMX trails inspired type, but mixed with freeride and mountain bike, but with skate park sort of features and things like that.
Starting to look kind of scary. The fact that it still needs to be built up to like my shoulder is pretty full on, but it'll work, man. pretty excited to sort of have free reign on a project and show my vision of what the new era of mountain bike looks like in my eyes.
Sort of always known of Scrobb from living in Queenstown. He's sort of been that local filmer that was always getting around, but we were sort of on our own programs and didn't really know each other. And then probably 5 or 6 years ago, reached out to him to do a photo shoot together, and then sort of popped the question to him that we should start working a bit together, because it was in that transition of my writing where I wanted to become more media focused and put pieces together, and then hopefully it made his film career, and hopefully his filming made my writing career. So it was kind of like a mutual agreement. We'd start working together and doing stuff, and from there we've sort of done a heap of edits now with Red Bull and other brands that support me, and it's been pretty exciting going through the whole process. And then when X Games made the call, it was like the thing that we've worked towards for a long time.
Growing up watching X Games, I used to say it was like Christmas. It was the most exciting time of the year. It was what I look forward to the most. I always dreamt of being a part of it, but I always knew that I could never double backflip a motorbike or air 20 foot out of a mega ramp. So it was something that never really seemed like a possible dream.
I think the coolest thing about the Real Mtb series is it's sort of all the outcast riders that aren't focused on pure events or pure video parts. Everyone's got a pretty similar goal at the end of the day. We all just want to progress stuff and do some insane sort of things on our bikes, but I feel like being mates with all the other competitors, it's not a competition, but like you want to be better than the boys. There is a reason why I've stuck with Scott as my like dependent filmer, is because I know he's got my back in the belief from the start to finish of the process. He's not just coming in for the shoot. He's also like one of the best diggers that I know, and when it comes to building and creating a unique project, you need that sort of eye on the whole time, and like this sort of thing is just impossible solo.
Big?
Pretty big, yeah. Massive, actually.
This one I think you're going to need speed, right?
Quite a bit, yeah.
Was pretty stoked to get my dad over to help me with the build, and my best mate Scott to help with the entire process. That was the whole goal of the project, was to show what real mountain biking is to me, and that's what it is. I want to build pretty art pieces in the woods that like are respecting the land. We're not scarring the earth, we're just renovating it to make it usable. Got this big shark fin in the background, which is sort of a setup into a big right hip here is the plan. Pretty hard to explain to people when you're doing something like this. Like you just disappear for a few months, no one sees you, and then you see people and they're like, oh, what have you been up to? And you say you're digging, and it's kind of like hard to actually, I think hard for people to comprehend that like we actually have been digging for 4 months straight. I mean, my whole life I've wanted to do this, so it's not a big deal, but it is pretty like, how long can I just look at dirt and rocks for? It's always been a bit of a half-assed effort of like my actual vision on something, and to finally do it to the scale that I thought was possible and it all worked this well, it's kind of like an eye-opener. It's like actually something's here, and I think that it's kind of a bit annoying to think about because I know that it's only going to get better and better now.
I'm in a paralytic, loveless dream. Not a single face I've seen is a friend. I recognize or recognizes me. A black cat. I don't want your dim sum. It's 3 a.m. I wanna dance till the sun comes. I wanna fight your cousin. I wanna take
think people don't often change very much. I don't think Remy's changed at all. From when he was 5 years old, he just wanted to build jumps with his dad in the backyard, and he hasn't changed at all.
I mean, I love it. He's my best mate. Pretty crazy, being in the scrub, digging and building shit for your kid.
My childhood dreams are in this box. Oh shit. Damn. It's my first ever custom forks. Pretty crazy. Told Mizuki what was going on, and they've jumped on board and done this. This is pretty fucking crazy, to be honest. The main thing we've been waiting for. A very special frame. Damn. Jesus. Swap that out with Mizuki Shock and it would just be unbelievable. Dude, that's gonna look so ridiculous. We're building up my soil searching demo. Bit of a dream come true. Wanted to ride for Specialized my entire life. My first proper mountain bike was a Specialized. Always rode for a Specialized bike shop when I was younger. My first few proper downhill bikes were all demos. Pretty crazy to be back on them now. Definitely full dream for sure. Pretty excited. I think this frame's a 29, 27 frame, but it works pretty well as a 26, 24. So swap that out in a minute. Make it the best bike that's ever been built.
What I'd really like to do is run the disc side forecast like this, because that's the only torsional stress you have on this wheel now, is the disc brake that's just twisting it.
Yeah.
And then this side, run it 3-cross all internally.
That would be sick, so you can grind and it won't affect
Yeah,
it.
so you won't have any elbows here, and that'll build the nicest wheel. Hope Pro 5 with the new 3-hub standard. That one.
Looks like a motorbike wheel.
That's incredible.
And this one. You were double wides, 2003 probably. 20-year-old.
That's definitely the only pair of double wide rims built onto Hope Pro 5s in the world. But I can guarantee.
Because it's a 24, 26, usually it's an inch and a half, 29, 27, but because this tyre's got so much depth, that remains the same geo with a lower bottom bracket, and then I've got 135mm cranks. So it sits 19mm lower, but I've got 30mm shorter cranks and no chain guide, so it doesn't hit.
What a bike.
Yeah, that's crazy, thank you. Appreciate it.
Good.
Yeah, it's the issue is with the Surfer Joes, they're actually a bit too wide for the widest pedal on the market. The next feature is a bit of a guess. I know what I want to build, I just have never built it before, so I don't know if it's going to fit, but work it out. Something's going to be cool there. Pretty much linked this entire top section, which is good. Kind of on the last machine bit on this upper bit. The machine's out tomorrow. I think we're on track. It's just
we've worked every day for at least 5 weeks now. Haven't really had a day off. Had a half day off a few days ago, which is pretty refreshing. But yeah, I think we'll get it done. Just persistency. It's nice to see. Nice to actually see some shapes coming out. It's like, oh, sweet, working for 5 weeks straight, it's showing. About a week ago, nothing was showing, and it was getting pretty tiring. So it's yeah, refreshing now.
It rained like every second day, and we were sweeping out puddles from landings. We never even really built drainage into the jumps because it was the middle of summer and it usually doesn't rain.
What's happening? Doing what we didn't want to have to do because the weather's been worse than winter lately. Did the whole build in the dry, in the dust, trying to mix dirt to stack everything, and then now that it's filming, had the most rain I've seen in Queenstown in about a year in one night. Why is the weather just doing this every day? Joking. I'm leaving. So over it, dude. What are we doing?
Going home.
Yeah, so. Is there so much wind?
In the past, I've seen Remy really show how strong he is mentally with things going wrong and the mental struggle and fear and everything. I know, even without talking to him about it, that this has been the biggest battle he's had to go through while filming a project, where there's just so many hits that were so close together that had such high consequences. I have no idea how he managed to ride everything that well.
Yeah, I think that's why it's scary. It's because you know it's gonna work.
Yeah,
You know, and it's just like, and it's right here and it's accessible. It's not once a year. It's, you can ride it every day.
Fuck, dude, it's extremely tight. So you want to go too far. Yeah. Perfect, bro.
No, bang on again, bro. Even more dial that time.
Yeah. Definitely gonna be, if I go that low, I'm definitely gonna pop, which is fine.
Yeah.
So I'm worried if I go high, I'll pull too right.
Yeah.
Like I feel like first round I'm probably just gonna go off like here.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
give it a nice pop.
Yeah.
Because that's sort of where my line was aiming then.
That final moment before he's going to make the run in, I know he's fully focused. And then as soon as he nails it, man, it's hard to suppress your emotions. I'm hopeless. I just start screaming and swearing and carrying on like a turkey, but it's just beautiful. Watching him fall and whatever jump gap, it's just such a relief. You just let it out.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yo! Fuck yes, Rem! You fucking bad man!
All good.
Oh,
Holy fuck! That was perfect.
that was what?
This roll is definitely pretty quick. I feel a little bit like off balance still. I just want to make sure when I preload this, I'm like set up.
Oh my god! Oh, bro, I'm so fucking sick, you dog.
Oh, I've had a lot of stress about that from the day he told me how we were going to do it. Mate, to see him finally do it, the relief. He's phenomenal rider. Unbelievable. It's funny because the way we started, we've come full circle back to making the features safer with pull-away case pads. It's just funny to go from a 6-year-old and forget about it for a while, get mature, realise that there's no need to kill yourself or break your body in half trying to attempt something that you're not sure about.
What are you doing now, Alex? It's the behind the scenes, you know? Bit of Connie for the boys?
Yeah, but
Why not?
Oh, that's pretty sick though.
Yeah, I might just make it better.
I think the most important thing about filming is you want to be working with people you trust and you want to be able to be yourself. When it comes time to filming, he doesn't just know how to film it good, like he knows from every perspective of like builder, writer, filmer. It needs to look good for all those aspects and he's put the effort in from start to finish to do that. We're actually working together to achieve a life goal here and it's love the process, eh?
I guess we just really wanted to show how technical all the features were and like try and show how much of a turn there is going into a feature or how tight everything is. Remy's style anyway is like the trail building and the riding together. A lot of that gets lost when you have too much kind of crazy camera movement going on. Just because you have the tools there to use doesn't mean you should. Sometimes it's best just to keep it simple. Neither of us are afraid of the truth and we're always going to be honest with each other of if the other person's doing their best, we're going to be the first one to call them out on it. And I hope that usually leads to something pretty good.
I've nailed it and Scott can just be like, that looks bad. And I can say the same to him and there's no harsh feelings and it's just like, you're close enough friends that you take the advice on. There's no middle, it's just like, yep, that's shit, we're doing it good now. And you go back up and get it. And I think that's pretty much the most important thing with our relationship and it's why we work so well together is because we are best mates as well and there's no in between, it's just straight up and we're getting good stuff.
I'm pretty fucking stoked on that.
I'm pretty stoked. It looks sick. It's like...
Did have the biggest consequences having such a short transition after it. Just before he hit it properly for the first time, I kind of never seen him so frustrated and angry. He always kind of gets mad at himself when he's not doing what he wants to do. And I just wanted to kind of reassure him that he's in charge. The weather's not in charge. All the people that have come here for you are not in charge. You're the one that makes the call if you ride it or not. And even afterwards he said to me that he was thinking that too. He was like, I was not sure if I was in the right mindset to be making those decisions. Knowing that we're both kind of on the same page is kind of reassuring at the same time, that we somehow, after all these years filming and riding together, that we know each other so well.
Nothing lines up, eh? Bit weird. And this little footpath looks unfinished. It just like comes to a stop.
It looks a bit smooth.
I don't know. Remy bro, what's for lunch?
Just got some mashed potato and mince. Some leftovers from last night. Going forks, so just using this pretty deadly setup really, just being pretty careful with the tongue.
From Eton on a van of Michael Keaton. A heathen
say that was close to 50 foot where I landed then.
Oh, easily.
Even that, I think that's the most snipe landing I've ever ridden.
You'll get angry for 1 or 2 runs and all of a sudden a clear head and then bang, that's the shot.
Making ourselves uncomfortable, pushing ourselves, not giving people what they think they want, but what we need. That's a good question and a relevant one because I will forget.
I wanted to share with you all a clip produced by June's Sci Research Center. Can we roll the tape, please?
This one, distinctly through, and it pushes out a red flag.
Being an individual, not everyone's going to agree with you, and those are not the people that they're listening to.
Have you seen the thread of light? Just a hair, a fleeting thing.
It's not a two-dimensional thing. It's magic, and that's created.
As soon as it's a thought in your head, get the right people around you, and people are going to diss you, people are going to chat shit and not understand it. But that's exactly what you want. You don't want people to understand it. You want them to not know how the fuck you're making this work.
Even in this darkest of nights, I see the moonlight.
You just got a crew of people now that have beat themselves into the stereotype. Now you're not yourself. You're just thinking like everybody else. People want to be in the scene, being exactly the same. Be original, be individual. That's the word.
And fuck everything else.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, that's how cool it is. Yeah. But it's not a very good jump, is it?
No, I need like make it bigger.
I didn't want an in-your-face video. I wanted it to be like a wholesome sort of atmosphere, working with my dad and best mate, and I wanted it to be a piece that shows that we're just normal people having a crack in the woods.
What I'm most stoked on is that this is just Remy. This is what he's been doing since he was 5 years old with his dad, building jumps in his backyard.
There's not many people out there, I don't think, that do have that like possession nearly of like, we need to get this done. This is the most important thing in our lives right now. Like, this is all we're doing and we're going to do our best, and whether we got a medal or not, like, we know that we've given it our best and we come out first place in our heads, which is the most important part.
I was just thinking about it before I said it, and I was like, that's weird. It has come full circle.
Yeah, boys.
I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Fucking unreal. Middle of the land incline spot. You went pretty deep though, did you?
Really nice and all, dude. Yeah. Fucking legend.